Hey, wanted to give you all an idea for some modifications you can make to your AIRCARE EP9800. Um, so, as you all know, this is a high capacity humidifier, 3.5 gallons. This thing goes through water very quickly, and if you have this unit, you might know that you have to fill it quite often. It could be a little bit messy, filling it through the fill slot, and water might get everywhere, and it tends to go through a ton of water in a day. I find myself filling this thing about every day. So what I did was I put in a water line into the side. So on the right side over here would be the filter assembly, and there's an open space right in this area where you can drop in a tank filler. So people use these for like feeding horses, for the water supply, so that it cuts off automatically. I'll see if you can see it in here, but it is kind of like a ball valve that you might see in like kind of similar to like a toilet tank. There it is. So what happens is, as the water fills, this ball will rise and cut off the water from filling anymore. So very useful. I have this hooked up to a water purifier that I just got, and I decided, hey, we're running a line, might as well use the faucet from the water purifier and just screw it into the top of this thing. So very handy. Something I do notice, that my water purifier is tankless, so it kicks on a motor. So what's happening right now is, when this ball valve drops, the machine kicks on, and I'm noticing that it's kicking on like every minute, when the water line drops. So I need to play with it a little bit. I'm gonna try to maybe make a little bit of play in there, so that it can have some tolerance as to when it's going to turn on or off. And if I can't figure that out, I'm just going to run it straight to the regular water line, because it doesn't have a motor, and I wouldn't really worry too much about it turning on and off that water supply. So the way that you can install these, they're about $10 for the ball valve. You just kind of drill a hole in the side, put in, use the regular hardware that came with it. And then what I found was that, they have these different connectors online. They come in like multi-packs, bite valve connectors. You just push it on, and it just kind of locks itself in place. I had to use some thread tape on the side, this side, to make sure that it secured to the valve correctly. We did have a little bit of water coming out before the thread tape, and so we made a cutoff here. Again, these are all coming like multi-connector packs, but you can hear it kick on. So that'll just fill itself right now. Ideally, I like to have that on all the time, right? And then you don't have to worry about it. But as far as the setup, very inexpensive. The ball valves, there's many different types out there. They're about $10, and these quick connector multi-packs are about another $10. So really easy setup. You just run it back to your sink if you have a water supply nearby, and you can split a connection like that and just add it on. So hopefully this gives you all some ideas of what you could do to kind of improve it. If you have this unit, you know that it's pretty brittle in general, so just be careful on removing the top part when you take off this whole top assembly to kind of drill through it, that you are just being very delicate with it. A lot of the pieces of plastic that are holding this unit together, especially in the filter assembly, are very thin, so just be careful. And I don't know, leave some comments, let me know what you think, or if you have any ideas to help improve this thing.